Have you noticed how anxiety and depression have become so prevalent these days? Why do so many people live worried or deeply discouraged and sad, even when they seem to have everything they need to live peacefully? Today, we will learn about the understanding of spirituality in relation to these conditions and suggest practical and spiritual solutions to face them. If you are going through a similar phase or are looking for answers beyond the physical and mental realm, this video will be very enlightening for you. Anxiety and depression are conditions that often go hand in hand, deeply impacting the lives of many people. While anxiety is marked by constant worry and fear about the future, depression brings a feeling of emptiness and deep sadness, often without an apparent cause. Together, these conditions can create a difficult cycle to break, where excessive worry feeds sadness and lack of hope intensifies fear. Understanding the complexity of these emotions and seeking support is essential to finding ways to heal and restore emotional balance. These conditions can be debilitating, as they affect our quality of life and our relationships. It is essential to understand the causes and find healthy ways to deal with them. We are often conditioned to believe that life is random, that things happen randomly, and that we are at the mercy of circumstances, which can intensify our fears and insecurities. We live in an era of information overload, where we are constantly bombarded with negative news and tragic events 24 hours a day. This constant exposure to tragedies and misfortunes feeds the impression that the world is a dangerous and unstable place, further amplifying our fears and anxieties. Negative and stressful environments contribute to the feeling that we are always on the verge of a new crisis, making it even more difficult to find inner peace and trust in the natural course of life. The pressure to always be alert to possible threats takes us away from tranquility and prevents us from fully living in the present. The lack of connection with our inner self and with a greater purpose can intensify these feelings, making anxiety and depression even more difficult to overcome. Spirituality is a dimension of life that goes beyond the material and physical, connecting human beings with something greater, be it a higher power, the universe, or their own inner essence. It is not limited to specific religions or beliefs. It is a search for meaning, purpose, and connection, both with the world around us and with our inner selves. For many people, spirituality involves practices such as meditation, prayer, reflection, or simply being in tune with nature and others. The benefits of spirituality for people are vast and profound. First, it can bring a sense of inner peace and balance, helping us face our challenges with greater serenity. It also promotes self-awareness, allowing people to explore their emotions, thoughts, and actions more consciously, which can lead to a greater sense of purpose and satisfaction. In addition, spiritual practices can improve mental health, reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression by cultivating a more positive and resilient outlook. Spirituality strengthens connections, both with oneself and with others. It encourages compassion, forgiveness, and empathy, qualities that are essential for healthy and meaningful relationships. By delving deeper into spirituality, people tend to feel more connected to the whole, realizing that they are part of something bigger and that their lives have a positive impact on the world. In a spiritual context, anxiety can be understood as a reflection of a disconnection between our true selves and our life purposes and a greater force that guides us. It is as if there were a loss of trust in the natural order of things and the flow of the universe. This internal restlessness often arises when we try to maintain control over everything, without allowing life to follow its normal course. Thus, anxiety can be seen as a warning to reestablish this connection and learn to trust that there is something greater that guides us. Many spiritual traditions teach that the present moment is the only one that truly exists. However, when we are anxious, our mind tends to fixate on projecting future scenarios, many of which never become reality. This puts us in a continuous cycle of stress and worry, which prevents us from enjoying the peace and serenity that the present moment can offer. Anxiety can be a sign that something is blocking the flow of energy in our physical body. These energy blocks can arise from fears, insecurities, unresolved emotions, or past traumas, acting as obstacles that interrupt the natural flow of energy, much like debris that prevents water from flowing in a river. These blockages can have a variety of origins, from personal experiences, inherited family patterns, social pressures, to deeper spiritual issues. According to some spiritual beliefs, practices such as Reiki, meditation, and emotional release therapies can be effective in unblocking these stagnant energies. By releasing these blockages, the natural flow of energy is restored, bringing a sense of calm, balance, and clarity. These practices help to reconnect us with the present, relieving anxiety and providing a greater sense of well-being. In addition to energy practices, it is also important to seek self-knowledge and develop an attitude of acceptance and trust in life. When we learn to trust the process of life more and to let go of excessive worries, we can access more lasting inner peace. This allows us to face challenges with greater serenity. Like anxiety, depression can also be seen as a form of disconnection, but with a different nature. In the spiritual field, depression is often understood as a loss of purpose, a disconnection from the joy and vitality of life. It is as if the inner flame has gone out, leaving the person trapped in a deep darkness with no prospects. Many say that while anxiety makes us live excessively in the future, depression keeps us trapped in the past. In various spiritual traditions, depression is seen as an event that many are familiar with, called the dark night of the soul, a painful phase of introspection and transformation. Although it is a painful period, it can represent an opportunity for the soul to grow and evolve. This is a time to confront the inner shadows, those parts of ourselves that we ignore or repress, and integrate them to achieve a new perspective on life. The spiritual journey challenges us to face our deepest fears and insecurities. In the context of depression, this may mean the need to analyze the darkest parts of our psyche, facing the traumas and pains that we have carried throughout our lives. This process, although difficult, can be seen as a path of healing and self-discovery. Spiritual practices, contact with nature, contemplation, and working with spiritual guides or mentors can be of great help in this process. They are means that offer a safe space for us to face our shadows and find our way back to the light. The path to healing is not linear. We often go through ups and downs, moments of clarity followed by periods of confusion, and that is part of it. The important thing is to maintain faith that, however difficult the process may be, it is leading us to a place of greater understanding and spiritual evolution. Each step, however small it may seem, is a step forward towards a more harmonious and fulfilled life. Seeking support, whether from friends, family, or a professional, can make all the difference. Sometimes it is precisely in sharing with others that we find the strength and courage necessary to move forward. By sharing our experiences and listening to the stories of others, we realize that we are not alone and that healing is possible. Practicing gratitude is also a powerful tool in the fight against depression. From a spiritual perspective, gratitude raises our energy, connecting us to higher frequencies of love and light. Even in the most difficult times, finding something to be grateful for can bring a spark of hope, a small but crucial step on the path to healing. When it comes to being connected or disconnected from our life purpose, many spiritual traditions affirm that each person has a unique mission to fulfill. Depression can arise when we stray from this purpose, living in a way that does not reflect who we truly are. Finding and following our purpose can bring a genuine sense of fulfillment and joy, which can alleviate the symptoms of depression. Discovering this purpose can take time, often requiring moments of introspection to examine our true interests, talents, and passions, and how we can use them to contribute to our healing. Spiritual support, whether through sacred readings, advice from a spiritual mentor, or through personal reflection, can be of immense value at these times. In addition to individual experiences, anxiety and depression can also be seen as reflections of a collective consciousness. We live in a society that often prioritizes materialism, competition, and rushing around, often to the detriment of our emotional and spiritual well-being. This misalignment between our internal values and external pressures greatly contributes to the increase in these negative emotions and feelings. There are several spiritual practices that can help manage and even overcome anxiety and depression. Let's explore some of them in more detail. First, meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool that helps to quiet the mind, bringing us back to the present and reducing worries about the future or the past. Guided meditations focused on breathing or mantras can be especially effective in this process. In addition, the regular practice of meditation can bring numerous benefits to mental and emotional health, such as reducing stress, increasing mental clarity, and improving focus. Meditation also allows us to observe our thoughts without getting attached to them, developing a more compassionate, and less reactive attitude towards life's challenges. Over time, this practice can help us cultivate a deeper inner peace and create a space of serenity within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. Second, Reiki and other therapies. Reiki is a very effective technique because it restores balance to the body and mind, acting on deep levels that are often not accessed by traditional methods. During our lives, depending on the experiences we have lived, energetic blockages can arise due to trauma, repressed emotions, stress, and even external influences, which can lead to imbalances and illness. The central concept of this therapy is that the body has a subtle energetic system that directly influences our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. When this energy is flowing freely, we feel healthy, balanced, and at peace. In short, Reiki works to release energetic blockages and restore the body's natural balance, providing both emotional and spiritual healing. Other forms of energy healing, such as crystal therapy, acupuncture, and pranic healing, also work to balance the body's energy field. Each of these practices has its own methods and philosophies, but they all share the common goal of restoring the natural flow of energy and promoting healing on all levels. The benefits of these therapies are vast, including reducing anxiety, improving sleep, strengthening the immune system, and increasing overall well-being. Incorporating energy healing into our routine can be a powerful way to maintain balance and harmony, both internally and externally, helping us to face life's challenges with greater resilience and wisdom. Third, keep a journal. Writing about our emotions and experiences can help us process repressed feelings and gain greater clarity about our thoughts and fears. The act of recording our feelings on paper can also be a powerful means of self-expression and self-awareness, allowing us to see patterns in our behavior and emotions that often go unnoticed in everyday life. In addition, journaling serves as a safe space where we can freely explore our worries, hopes, and doubts without judgment. Over time, this exercise can help us develop greater emotional resilience and find clearer solutions to the challenges we face. Revisiting past records can also be a way to acknowledge our personal growth and celebrate the achievements, however small, along the way. Fourth, connecting with nature. Spending time outdoors is not only refreshing, but it can also have a profoundly healing effect, helping us reconnect with the simplicity and beauty of life. Nature has a unique ability to bring us back to the present, calming our minds and bodies. Whether it's taking a walk in a park, feeling the cool breeze, listening to the rustling of leaves, or simply watching the sunset, nature reminds us that we are part of something bigger. It offers us a space to reflect, slow down, and find peace amidst the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Studies show that spending time in nature can reduce stress levels, improve mood, and even strengthen the immune system. By reconnecting with the earth, we can also rediscover our own inner balance, finding a sense of purpose that is often lost in the fast-paced lifestyle. Fifth, practicing gratitude. Keeping a gratitude journal, or simply setting aside time each day to reflect on what we are grateful for, can boost our energy and give us a more positive outlook on many things. Practicing gratitude regularly helps us focus on what is good in our lives, rather than focusing solely on challenges or difficulties. This does not mean ignoring problems, but rather cultivating a mindset of appreciation, which can change the way we approach those challenges. Gratitude has also been shown to reduce stress and improve emotional well-being, as it helps us realize that even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. This practice strengthens our resilience, makes us more aware of the present, and over time, can even improve our personal relationships as we begin to appreciate people and what they bring to our lives more. Sixth, spiritual therapy. Seeking help from a spiritual therapist or mentor can provide guidance and support during difficult times, helping us find our way back to the light. This type of therapy goes beyond the traditional, offering a holistic approach that integrates the body, mind, and spirit. A spiritual healer can identify negative patterns and energetic blockages, and offer practices and teachings that promote healing on all levels. The process often involves strengthening our connection with our inner self and the divine, whether through introspection, prayer, visualization, or other spiritual tools. This support can be essential in restoring faith, renewing hope, and providing clarity in times of darkness, guiding us with love and wisdom toward a more balanced state of being. In addition to these practices, A powerful approach to healing anxiety and depression is working with our inner child. Many of our current fears and traumas have deep roots in our childhood experiences. Throughout our lives, it is common to distance ourselves from our true essence due to experiences we had as children where expressing who we truly are was suppressed or judged. However, as we confront the fear of being authentic, new possibilities begin to emerge. Healing this inner child can release emotional and energetic blockages, bringing about a sense of peace and well-being. Although challenging, anxiety and depression can be seen as opportunities for spiritual transformation. They encourage us to look within, confront our shadows, and emerge stronger and more connected to our true essence. When we reach our limit, it is often the moment when we ask for help or begin to seek answers. And it is precisely at this point that the healing process begins to emerge. These challenges can teach us valuable lessons about acceptance, trust, and unconditional love. They can help us develop greater empathy for others, understanding that each person is fighting their own internal battles. If you have experienced or are experiencing anxiety or depression, remember that you are not alone. There are many tools and practices available that can help restore your balance and bring back peace and joy into your life. Throughout this video, we have seen how spirituality is deeply connected to anxiety and depression. We understand that often these challenges arise when we are disconnected from our true essence, our life purpose, and the energy that surrounds us. Spirituality offers us tools to rediscover balance, cultivate inner peace, and transform these difficulties into opportunities for growth and evolution. Remember that the spiritual journey is unique to each of us, and there is no right or wrong path. The important thing is to take the first steps, whether through meditation, connecting with nature, working with your inner child, or seeking spiritual support. Dealing with anxiety and depression can be challenging, but by bringing spirituality into our daily lives, we can find new ways to deal with these feelings and restore our serenity. As a final piece of advice, I would say not to underestimate the importance of self-care and patience with yourself. Allow yourself to feel, seek help when necessary, and trust in the healing process. Spirituality can be a beacon that lights the way in times of darkness, guiding you back to your essence and to a more balanced and fulfilled life. Keep exploring, learning, and above all, taking care of yourself with love and compassion. I hope you enjoyed the video. Send it to someone who needs help, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive our new content about spirituality. May God bless your life. See you soon.